What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad you're here. On today's episode, we got a really hypnotic type of deck. That's right, it might put you in a trance. Which deck is it? That's right, we're going to be looking at the Hypnotic deck by Michael McClure and Doc's playing cards. So, buckle in your seatbelts. We're going there. Let's go. The Hypnotic playing cards by Michael McClure and Doc's playing cards was on Kickstarter back on February 26th of this year, 2019. This awesome project was funded after an amazing 113 people pledged $4,316 of an original $3,000 goal. The front of the tuck box is really this cool kind of optical illusion that messes with your eyes at every single glance and angle. The red and white colorway really pops and kind of gives it this kind of reminiscent, almost Barnum and Bailey type of clown show-esque detail. This deck definitely looks good in hand. The left and right sides of the tuck box both say Hypnotic in this really cool kind of font. The bottom of the tuck box says distributed by Lit Las Vegas with a little bit of ad copy. If you're not familiar with Lit, that's right, well, let me catch you up real quick. That's right, this is also part of the series that we've seen from the last Lit deck in burgundy, and also which is going to be in black coming soon to Kickstarter. Speaking of Lit, that's what we're going to see on the back side. Almost looks like a Japan logo at a first look. Very minimalistic with that red dot, and it's going to say Lit on the back. The top of the tuck itself has that same circle in red that says Lit on the inner parts. There's nothing else on the inside flaps and no tuck seal, so let's look at the cards. Like I said earlier, the back design, or front design shall I say, in this case, is the same as the deck itself. Like I said, those red and white squares that kind of repeat themselves and get longer and shorter in different parts of this deck really mess with your head and eyes. Definitely making it cool for a lot of different flourishes, packet cuts, and whatnot, and a definite deck aimed at your cardists. You're going to have that kind of minimal border that goes around that's almost made up of the design itself, so there's no hard edges. This deck does come printed by the United States Playing Card Company on their B stock. That's right, it does have an air cushion emboss and a traditional cut. And this is a limited edition run of only 2,500 decks. So with this deck, you're going to receive some extra cards, 4 to be exact. That's right. The first one is kind of a producer card. It's going to have the back design on the other side. And this side is going to be all white, and it's going to have 6 different names as producers that helped kind of bring this deck to life. The next card is going to be a double backer. That's right, a double backer has the back design on both sides of the card, making it really cool for different magic effects. The next card is going to be almost like a duplicate Ace of Spades in sorts. It's going to kind of have, the pips and indices in the corners missing. If that's the case, you can kind of do disappearing ink effects and stuff like that. But yeah, you'll see what the original Ace looks like later. The last card is going to be a blank face card. So it's going to have the back design of the deck on one side and nothing, just a blank white face, making it really cool for, like I said earlier, disappearing ink effects, things to write messages on, and so on and so forth. The pips and indices in this deck are your industry standard. The quartz in this deck are really custom and semi-standard in ways. If you really look, like I said, these are your standard quartz and ways, but as you can see, they went along and kind of added that same kind of optical illusion back design to the background of the quartz, giving it a really cool effect and kind of almost in a way kind of nodding their head at anyone worldwide and the things that they kind of do with their quartz as well. Alright, so last but certainly not least, the aces. That's right, the aces are your standard also. Definitely nothing new there until, like I said earlier, we get to that awesome ace of spades. So like I said, the ace of spades is going to kind of have the back design, so to speak, there in the center of the huge and large spade pip in that red and white. It's going to have the word hypnotic like we seen on the sides of the tuck earlier. Remember, like I said, the extra ace of spades, so to speak, didn't have the pips and indices on it. So you can kind of do, rubbing off ink effects and whatnot that your mind can kind of think of. So that's it for this deck. Now, let's get to the final thoughts. Alright, so you want to know what I give this deck? I give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Great deck. Optical illusion decks can't go wrong. I love them all. The Views deck by God Magic. The Cube Line playing cards, which I'll be reviewing soon, by Baz John. The Red Optrix deck. There's so many of them. So many. The Hypnotic deck by Cardamundi, Sam Hales, I believe it was. And Spiel Carton Shop? Yeah. Anyway, that's nor here nor there. Like I said, amazing deck of cards. Red, check. Optical illusion, check. Doc's playing cards, Michael McClure, check. Great guy, man. Just probably one of the most humblest, coolest dudes that you'll ever have the chance to talk to. He was one of my day one supporters. As you guys know, I've mentioned this many other times. And it's because I can't stress it enough, You guys know me. I'm very appreciative of those who help me help the channel and things like that. So yeah, Docs will always have a place on this platform, no matter what, until the end of time. So, like I said, go ahead and check these out. I'll leave the link below. I don't know, he did 2 different versions of these, as far as the one without the tuck seal, and then he did a very limited edition run of the ones with the tuck seal. Really cool. I didn't get a chance to get my hands on any of those, but yeah, if you find them, very rare, and I suggest you hold on to those. So yeah, like I said, make sure you follow Docs and Michael McClure. Like I said, he's always doing things. He's always got campaigns going on Kickstarter, great campaigns at that. He's just not out there trying to flood the market and make it more saturated than it already is. He's really dropping decks that have a good cause, that are really good looking decks as well, and that people are really liking. So definitely go ahead and check them out. So that's all I can say about this deck. Like I said, I do want to thank Michael and Docs for allowing me to have this deck so I could do the review. And if you enjoyed this review, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you beautiful people on the next one.